Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is just a reading for Leo, and I'm just giving you a quick kind of outlook of where I am right now. Sometimes it's just peaceful and nice to sit in nature. So, anyway, I have a little bit of a light breeze out here, so I have some grounding stones on the cards just to keep things in check. I did pre-poll just to give an idea here of where we're headed for the month of June. And again, this is my advice card. These are all the main energies out here. And again, this is sort of the main energy for what's coming in as well for you, Leo, in June. These are my clarifiers following, and we'll just dive right in. Okay, so straight out here, it looks like you are dealing with some kind of a water sign. Certainly when we look at the King of Cups, that would be an indicator that I feel like your emotions are a big part of this reading for this month, and certainly quiet leadership comes to mind, especially when I see the Emperor as well as the Four of Swords. And we've also got some other cards here about strength and courage. So it's almost a level of strong maturity and wisdom that comes through here, whether this is you or you're being advised to move in this direction. That's really what I would say is kind of the primary feel. It is about being in control of your emotions, and certainly the King of Cups could represent a father figure, all of that. But it is being in touch with your feelings. When I do see the King or the Page of Pentacles, this could again offer some sense of dealing with calm, cool, collected attitude in terms of your practical matters, or at least finding some kind of a balance there. But Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, again, still very relevant here in this reading. In terms of a work situation, I feel like you are taking steps in that area of your life. You are trying to keep things in check, and in terms of, again, balance, it seems to be affecting sort of your family life. So this seems to be where the focus is for this month, and it does look as though you're moving in the direction of levels of prosperity, or certainly looking into, levels of abundance, or upscaling something in some way, because you do have an involvement of other people that is certainly relevant for this month. We have the King of Pentacles, so this again could represent somebody who is quite entrepreneurial, but not just that. I mean, that's more for me the King of Wands, but King of Pentacles is a little bit more around the practical side of things. So this is somebody who really has a pretty strong idea of where they're going with money and what they do with money, and how they will be advancing themselves in terms of money. So it's almost like there's a few ideas that are kind of already percolating here, and it's just a matter of, grasping which direction you're going to be moving in. I don't feel like you are uncertain of that direction, because again, too many cards of maturity here. The Emperor, the King of Pentacles, King of Cups, the Empress. These are all really mature energies. There could be a mother figure that's involved here as well, but it certainly looks as though this is either somebody that you're dealing with, or yourself, that is higher ranking and certainly has some kind of heavy responsibility, I would say, because there's a lot of structured energy and really thinking something out before taking action. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, also relevant, but very successful energy, very competent energy, very mature, practical energy. Definitely getting strong professional feel here as well. So whether you're moving in that direction or dealing with professional people, there's definitely the element of working together in that area, I would say, very strongly. I do feel like, again, with King of Pentacles here, the prosperity is here. So whatever the advancement or whatever the movement is in this particular area, it feels as though you're already, you know that it's a lucrative path, or you know that there's some money that's involved here that is going to bring you a certain level of respect and put you in a position of further gain. So this is someone who takes measured risks. It's not, you know, it's not a high risky venture, I would say, that you are considering at this time. It feels like you don't compromise with whatever it is you're doing here, because it's more of, gain through professional contacts, gain through already existing channels of money, or gain through some already existing, deep level understanding of a particular path. So this is nothing new for you. I would say that this is also in around, there is something that's going to be achieved here, just because when I look at the clarifier, the King of Pentacles also has the victory card here. So definitely there is something that you're going to be, mastering, or you're going to be communicating and gaining some advancement with. Could be a negotiation of some sort here that is up ahead. You're all in different timelines, so this might be a little further out for some of you, but you are going to gain or win in the situation. Again, I feel like it's not because of aggressive types of leadership. This is really a balance between, quiet leadership and really able to move something ahead because of that level of control that you have over your emotions. The other part of things here too, again, when we look at the Emperor, again, there's a lot of structure involved here in whatever it is that you're doing. So I would say probably a lot of level of formality. Doesn't look like there's going to be things around you that, are chaotic and unresolved, or like, I don't see loose ends, that kind of thing to whatever it is you're doing. This is something where you're just kind of bouncing, or not bouncing in, sorry, where you're moving into something because it's already established. So again, the Emperor is somebody who really does take charge of things, but because of the energy of the Empress next to, it almost feels like there could be some kind of companionship for some of you, or some kind of partnership where there is, some sense of female strong, male strong energy. So it could be a couple ships, something like that. But either way, this is a combination that works well together. I also feel like you are relying on your intuition to a certain degree here, as well as, very strongly, because we do have the Temperance next to the Empress, and that would be kind of boosting the luck at this time as well. So insight crossing over into the practical world, which really helps to build up the level of abundance here. The Empress is also, where ideas blossom, and where, you're really getting a chance to mature the project. Or again, some of you may be dealing with a mother-father figure, and either way, there is some sense of gain in dealing with that partnership, if that's the case. It is a fertile time for sure. Like I said, I mean, it's a good time for your investments, whatever that is for you in June. Anything that you put your time and energy behind is where you're going to have gain or advancement. Like I said, it's where some of you could be already your own boss, or moving into that more so, but it certainly does speak to a lot of emotional balance. There is further out a little bit of a competitive energy, but the gain is still yours with the Ace of Cups. So something is coming through that's emotionally satisfying at the very end of the month here. And again, it's almost like that Emperor energy, like I said, dealing with a lot of authorities in this month, and it definitely feels as though there's an opportunity of some sort that's emotionally, even in an emotional sense, in terms of a relationship. It definitely feels like there's some kind of a gain there for those that resonates with in that area of life. So again, I mean, I feel like you're all on, again, different timelines, but it affects you in different ways. So this is the energy that's around you, not predictions. It's certainly things that you can work with, but when I see so much of this energy here, it just feels like there's a lot of stability in the month of June for you. So again, when I see the 5, there is a change in around the emotional area. So when I see the Ace of Cups, that can be something that is gifted you from the universe, or at least the universe is lining up something for you emotionally that is helping you to feel a certain level of, abundance. You feel like everything is moving in your direction, and wow, this is like a great new start. So it could be, like I say, it feels like it's not a new start as a new love necessarily, but it may feel like a new love situation, or somehow whatever contention we were dealing with is resolving, because that Ace of Cups is a sign of emotional connection, reconnection. So when we get to again, Temperance is still that card next to, the Empress, where there's a lot of healing energy here as well. Very loving energy, I feel, is coming in for you in this month. And again, I mean, it's loving energy around you, but it's also very stable, practical maneuvers, and there's a lot of Aries kind of energy here seems to be relevant as well, but there's a lot of leadership energy, a lot of desire to increase your strength, increase your will, increase your power, increase your finances. I feel like you are putting your plans into action here and you are conquering them. You are getting something out of it that you're putting in, like I said. So this can be raise or promotion. Whatever advancement that you were waiting on looks to be in your favor here. Again, this is something where there is, this is not new romance if it is in the romantic stage of something here. Again, I just feel like this is really dealing with a lot of support here, even familiar support. I feel like the Temperance card brings in that sense of balance in a situation. So the Ten of Pentacles could have been a situation where something was out of balance and now it's coming back into balance. Like I said, it's sort of a transition, renewal kind of energy, and that Temperance can represent that level of healing as well. But it's certainly a cycle of preparing for some new abundant path here. And again, June, this is where the energy is starting to move it ahead. So the Three of Pentacles, of course, is that area of your life where you're really able to rise something to the next challenge here. You're establishing a stronger routine, establishing stronger connections. It does, reach or culminate to something that is drawing a little more attention to yourself here as well. But it's some kind of public recognition, especially when they're so close together here, I would say, for whatever it is that you're stepping up to the challenge and able to, like I said, see some kind of huge payoff, because the Ten of Pentacles does indicate that there is something here around getting control of the finances, but advancing it and still skill building, all of that. And it's mastery that's through, growth through learning, but also through your connection. So you're establishing some kind of growth and learning, but it's through a collaboration where there's a lot more skill or craftsmanship that's involved. Again, in terms of work, like I said, I feel like there is some kind of professional recognition that you're establishing here, because there's a lot of energy around the foundation's already laid for something. So this is really just advancing it into another higher level of success. So, if there was a problem, like I said, you're resolving the problem here, especially when I see the Ace of Cups out here. And this is where you can really create something that's beautiful and enduring, that kind of thing, especially when all this energy here is really speaking to that. So when we get to, like I said, the Ace of Cups is still that energy around feeling fairly comfortable with, what's just happened here. So, emotionally, it feels like there's a reconnection, but it's a new start where you feel like you're back in control of something, or at least you feel satisfied with the outcome of the situation. So Ace of Cups, like I said, I don't feel it's like a new love situation or anything like that. It feels like there could be a renewal or of that love in some way, where it just feels like there's significant improvement overall. But the Ace is really stabilizing energy, but there is some symbol of love that comes through here with this. So it's a happy situation. It's either some kind of acceptance where, you just feel like you are revitalized in the way that you're moving. So again, even in terms of finances or luck, this is a long-term situation I think you might have been enduring, but it's come out in your favor here. So this is where you could trade up to something that's a little bit of a better situation in terms of finances, or again, even in terms of love, but it's some kind of fortunate increase, some kind of little bit of luck here, even on that's affecting you on an emotional level anyway, that is really rebalancing things. Spiritually, again, this is where there's a level of forgiveness in a situation. So emotionally, if that was the case, you might have been pulling back here in terms of, or maybe you've been focused too much on the work, and there has been some level of trying to restore a relationship, and in some way that is what's occurring here. So, but either way, you're just seeking deeper meaning, I think. But for most of you, I would say this is kind of, regaining some kind of composure. This is where you've maybe had some level of, because that Five of Wands, like I said, is energy where there's been a bit of competition or been a bit of a battle. And so I'm not really sure what that is for each of you. It will be different. And again, you are all on different timelines, but there has been a shift because it's a 5. So there has been some kind of change that's occurred here. And it could have been something that you were easily triggered about, but you have taken a quiet sort of approach with the way that you've dealt with something here. And again, 5 is still where somebody wants what you have, and so there's that level of rivalry here that goes on. So again, this could be a level of jealousy of some sort, but again, there's still something here that's coming through in terms of a love relationship, or in terms of, wherever this attack was, somehow you are you're out of that battlefield here, and things are actually in your, going in your way, going, as I say, in your favor here. I would also say that you've risen to the challenge here, and that's why the Ace of Cups is coming out here. So, it's really, maybe you did have to kind of, I don't really see a level of compromise so much as it's been, your level of, it's been almost your quiet strength that has brought you about this level of success, or this level of, resolve in some way. Well, let's just start over here with the cards of peace. So, obviously the card of peace is definitely something that speaks to just that. You've been able to balance out something in terms of whatever was out of balance is now in balance. I feel like you're taking a more peaceful approach in the way that you're looking at things, and you're probably taking that little bit of time out here as well. So, this could be something where you've done an awful lot of work on something, you're just waiting for the project to kind of manifest and move ahead. But order is somehow restored with a lot of these cards here, and there is some kind of peaceable agreement that's been reached. So I do feel like this is a time where you're looking at you now and really trying to just relax and enjoy that phase of your life for the moment in June. Animals, of course, is also that card of bringing about some kind of connection to, a pet, or maybe there is some form of connection to nature where you are at peace, or finding more energy in restoring yourself around animals and nature and things at that level, because it definitely does speak to feeling more companionship around animals. And I feel like there is a level of, as well, not just from healing from animals coming in here, but with the card of boundaries, I feel like you have your, you only do the things that really empower you. I feel like this is, because there's so much commanding energy here, I feel like that's just you, and that's your energy. You don't say yes to things because someone asks you to. You are in that position where you have a certain amount of respect and understanding for both yourself and your situation. So you're actually not able to be, where people can't really screw around with you in this month, because you have very strong conviction and purpose, and a fair amount of just, as I say, mature energy. It's not energy in any way where you feel like you need to compromise yourself. So strength, of course, is also being sensitive, and certainly it could be construed as being weak or something along that line for others. But in this particular combination of cards, I believe you are very strongly believing in yourself. You can get something done. There's a very determined, real strong energy here that comes through, and I just don't feel like anybody would get in your way, really, because you're just in a really good spot in your head, as well as how you're being perceived. Anything that you were a little bit sensitive about, even emotionally, I feel like that is being healed, and you are definitely safe and protected in this energy here. Lots of different levels here. So the last card out that was the card of advice was the Queen of Gabriel. And of course, that's, you can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. So again, I feel like you have all of that energy around you right now to to really employ those around you to do your bidding, so to speak. I shouldn't maybe put it quite like that, but I mean, it's energy where you actually can get the assistance of others because I think they believe in what you're doing. They see what you're doing. There is a level of camaraderie, but you're also coming off as very charming in this period. So because of that, I feel like you are just looking very good because you're not wavering. You're not coming off as uncertain, and so therefore people want to follow the path. They want to follow what you're doing because you just seem to be doing everything right at this time. You believe in yourself, and that helps to attract people to you as well during this period. So that's what I have for you, Leo. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of guidance that whatever it is you've been working on is definitely moving in your favor. Even in terms of that Page of Pentacles energy here, as far as a project goes, like I said, I feel like there's compensation of some sort that's coming through as far as money. And even though it is a longer term project, that Page of Pentacles does speak to, messages coming through or some kind of communication as well. That there's going to be self-improvement, there's going to be improvement, and there's definitely information around finances where you, again, can expect messages. This could be education messages that something is going in your favor, a contract that's being negotiated, things along that line. But either way, it's something that's good news for you, and you will be able to move yourself in toward your goals in some way. So you have a very strong self-confidence in this period, like I said. So anything that you're asking for, I feel, is going to be coming through for you. Especially with all of the cards here. You do your due diligence, you do your investigations on things, and that helps to empower you as well. And that's how you approach your life here. Every activity definitely has a reward because you do your research before you actually head out. Anyway, there is a lot of attention and attraction that people are following your lead because you're coming off as very secure and confident. So roll with that, and we will see you in future reads here, Leo. So keep moving forward, never give up, and enjoy the rest of your day.